Hey, good morning. Chuck here with Apple Janes. I'm out here in the office this morning, and a reason I'm out here this morning is because we're going to be hiring a new office manager. And I'm going to give 2 interviews. You can watch what we do here. We have 5 questions that we ask every employee, and they must get 3 out of 5 correct to even be considered. So you can actually vote, look in your description box, look and tell us which one you think we should hire. So these 5 questions are actually pretty cool, and maybe you've heard them before, maybe you haven't. It always surprises the interviewee when we ask these questions because they go, what? But I think it's hilarious to get their answers. And sometimes we'll find somebody that gets 5 out of 5. If you can get 5 out of 5, send me an email. So this is Brianna. She's come over to interview for the office manager's position. She needs to answer 5 questions and get 3 of them correct. So this is Brianna, and she's going to take our employment test. Are you ready?
Yes.
What color was George Washington's white horse?
White.
How tall is a 6-foot ladder?
6 foot.
When was the War of 1812?
1812.
A little bit tougher one. If a rooster sits on a roof and lays an egg, which way does the egg fall?
Depending which way the rooster's sitting.
Roosters don't lay eggs.
Okay, you got me there.
A little bit tougher. You're going to get tougher. We've got an electric train going down the track at 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
We've got the wind blowing at 100 miles an hour straight onto the train. Which way does the smoke blow?
It's electric.
Good. You got that one.
Yeah.
Not very many people get that one. Electric trains don't have smoke. So, last question. We have a farmer. The farmer has a chicken, a bag of feed, and a fox. He's going to the market, and he has to get all 3 of these things to the market because he has to sell them in order to live. He comes to a river. The river has a boat. He can only take 1 thing at a time in the boat across the river. How does he get all 3 items across the river? So for example, if he takes the fox first, the chicken would eat the feed. If he takes the feed first, the fox would eat the chicken. How does he get all 3 items across the river? Can only take 1 thing at a time.
The feed?
Takes the feed first, but the fox would eat the chicken.
Take all 3.
Can only take 1 item at a time. It's a small little
Okay,
boat.
hold on. I need to do this because I would send the chicken first because the fox wouldn't eat the feed.
Fox won't eat the feed, so he takes the chicken over. Now what's he do?
Leave the chicken over there. Come back. Bring the fox. Well, the fox will eat the chicken by then. So I would say bring the feed, come back, get the fox.
So he's going to take the chicken over, come back, and do what? What's he take next?
Does he have to bring all 3 over?
Yes, he has to. He'll starve if he doesn't.
Okay. I would say bring the fox over.
So he takes the fox over, and he's got the chicken and the fox on the same side. Now what does he do?
Hurries back and gets the feed.
Fox would eat the chicken.
Okay. Can he bring the feed in himself at the same time?
Right. You can only take 1 item at a time.
I would just say send the feed in the boat and he stays over there. I don't know.
What he's got to do first?
It's a mind thing.
Right. You had it right the first time. Take the chicken across. He sets the chicken out. He comes back and he gets the fox.
Okay.
He puts the fox in the boat. He goes back across.
Okay. So
Takes the fox out. Puts the chicken back in the boat. Comes back across. Takes the feed.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Comes back and gets the chicken.
I was close.
It across. So you did really good. Thank you, Brianna.
You're welcome.
So this is Rodney. He's going to go ahead and start with the answers of the 5 questions, and he has to get 3 of them right. Here we go. So this is one of the tests that we give to our employees. Any employee that we hire, they must pass this test. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. It's really good. So, Rodney, simple questions. What color was George Washington's white horse?
White.
White. That's his first one. He's correct. How tall is a 6-foot ladder?
6 foot.
When was the War of 1812?
1812.
Okay, they're getting tougher now. If a rooster sits on the top of a roof and lays an egg, which way does the egg fall?
Which way does? Is it an A front?
Yes.
A roof?
Yes.
If he sits right in the middle, it doesn't fall.
Why?
Because he's in the middle of the roof, and it's not because of that piece in there that holds the tin down.
Roosters don't lay eggs.
No, that wasn't his name.
Okay, a little bit tougher. An electric train is going down the tracks 20 miles an hour.
Electric train, okay.
And the wind is blowing 40 miles an hour right in front of it. Which way does the smoke blow?
Blows back. If it's going 20 miles an hour, I would say it's going backwards.
Electric trains don't have smoke.
Yeah. Clay smoke. That's what I was thinking about.
All right, last question. This is my favorite question. So you got this farmer, and he has a chicken, a bag of feed, and a fox. And he's going to the market. He has to get all these things to the market. He comes to a river, and there's a boat there. He can only place one thing in the boat at a time. How does he get the chicken, the bag of feed, and the fox across the river? For example, if he takes the feed across, what would happen? The fox would eat the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
So if he takes the fox across, the chicken would eat the feed. So how does he get all three items across? He can only take one at a time.
You can only take one. You can only place one in the boat at a time.
Correct.
Well, that's a pretty good question.
It is a good question. You have to pass these tests in order to work for us.
He's got a bag of feed, a fox, and a chicken. You can only place one item in the boat at a time. And if you take the bag of feed, the fox is going to eat the chicken. If you take the fox, the chicken's going to eat the feed.
So what's the first thing he would take? He would take the chicken?
Yeah, I would think so, because the fox is not going to eat the feed.
Okay, so then what does he do?
Then he take the fox after he takes the chicken.
And then what?
Then the feed.
But when he came back for the feed, the fox would eat the chicken.
Well, yeah, you're right. Come to think about it. So I don't know how he's going to do that one. That's a good one. That's one you really have to think about.
Okay, so he takes the chicken across first. He comes back and he gets the fox. Puts the fox in the boat, takes the fox back across. He picks up the chicken, puts the chicken back in the boat, comes back, brings the feed back across, comes back and gets the chicken.
Wow.
So that is our...
I didn't even think about it that way.
That is our employment test, just to let you know. So which one should we hire? Go ahead and vote down below. Hey, this is Chuck with Apple Dreams reminding you that if you believe you can do something, I guarantee you can do it. Have a great day.